So this is our topic for today, the ordinary and exact simple interest. So under pa rin siya ng discussion natin nung Thursday, wherein yung Thursday natin ay introduction lang about simple interest. Ito naman, i-discuss natin yung types of our simple interest, specifically the ordinary and the exact. Okay, so continuation ito, part 2 ng ating lecture nung Thursday. So before we end our discussion nung Thursday, I hope you can still remember kung paano tayo mag-count ng number of days using our hand or our knuckles. So, ang ginawa lang natin dyan, lahat ng mga months na nakatapat sa ating buto, sa knuckles natin ay merong 31 days. So, January, March, December, May, October, July, August, lahat po sila ay may 31 days in total. And then, yung mga tumapat dun sa knuckle gap natin or sa lubog, like yung June, September, April, November, lahat po sila ay merong 30 days naman. Aside dun kay February, kasi si February natin, 28 days or 29 days siya. Kapag ordinary year, 28 days. Kapag leap year, 29 days. Okay? Magagamit kasi natin itong way na ito sa exact natin na simple interest. And even sa ordinary pala. Magagamit natin to. Kasi, yan, meron tayong 4 na formula para sa exact simple interest and ordinary simple interest. So ito naman po, kung maaalala nyo, meron tayong general formula for the simple interest. That is I, that is equal to P times R times T, or principal amount times the interest rate in decimal form times the time. So dito naman po, in terms of exact and ordinary, halos same lang. Meron din tayong I, meron din tayong principal amount and rate. Ang pinagkaiba lang is yung time. So variable T. Dito kasi sa exact and ordinary, ang ginagamit natin dito specifically are the number of days. Wherein meron tayong 2 types, the actual number of days and then the approximate number of days. Kaya sa isang exact simple interest, merong dalawang formula. Isa para sa actual number of days and isa para sa approximate number of days. So as we can see, sa formula natin sa kaliwa, this is for the actual number of days sa ating exact simple interest. Yung I natin may subscription na E. Pag nakakita kayo ng I na may subscript na E, ibig sabihin, ang ine-evaluate po natin is the exact simple interest. Okay? And then, we need to indicate also kung ang number of days ba ay in terms of actual or ang number in terms ba ay approximate. So, meron tayo dyang AC and then AP. So, yun lang naman yung difference ng dalawang formula na to. Yung isa, yung nasa kaliwa, that is for the actual number of days, kaya meron tayong AC. Yung nasa kanan naman po, that is for the approximate number of days, so meron tayong AP, approximate. Okay? And then, meron nga tayong I, that is I sub EAC, that is equal to the principal amount P and the interest rate in decimal form multiplied by the DAC. So, ito pong DAC or D sub AC, ito po ay yung variable na nagre-represent sa ating actual number of days. So, number of days lang po ito, D, divided by 365. So, pag under ng exact simple interest, 365. Okay? And then kapag ang ginamit na number of days ay approximate, yung formula sa kaliwa para sa exact, yung AC doon, mapapalitan lang ng AP. Okay, to represent naman na ang ginamit na number of days na ay approximate. Ganon din po sa ordinary. halos pareho lang. Ang pinagkaiba lang ay meron din siyang actual na number of days and approximate number of days. Ang pinagkaiba lang po pagdating sa ordinary simple interest is the divisor dun sa ating number of days. So as you can see, we have 360. So dito sa ordinary, whether it is leap year or not, 360 automatically yung magiging divisor. Okay? So before we have our example for exact and ordinary, aralin muna natin kung paano makakuha ng actual number of days and approximate number of days. And tingnan natin kung ano yung difference nung dalawang number of days na to na tinutukoy ni ma'am. Okay, so unahin natin kay actual, yung sa D sub AC natin. Yan, actual time or actual number of days, also written as D sub AC. Find the actual number of days from October 3, 2010 to March 15, 2011. So, actual number of days. Meron tayong given na range dito, October 3 to 2010, October 3, 2010 to March 15, 2011. The goal is we need to count the number of days between October 3, 2010 hanggang March 15, 2011 in terms of actual time na rule. So, ang rule dito sa actual time is you need to use the exact or the specific na total number of days ng mga months na involved. So, kung hindi pa kayo familiar, ayun nga, pwede nyo gamitin yung inyong kamay or yung knuckles nyo. Tagalog ng knuckles yata ay kamao. Ayun yung mga bones natin dito. Again, pag yung month mo ay napatapat sa mga buto-buto mo sa iyong kamao, ibig sabihin, meron siyang 31 days. So, yung October natin, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, doon siya mapapatapat sa buto ng ating ring finger. So, yung October natin, since yun ang starting natin, October 3, 2010, doon tayo nagsimula. Okay? Hanggang followed by November 2010, December 2010, tapos January 2011, February 2011 hanggang makarating doon sa end date ng ating range which is March 2011. So involved yung mga months in between October 2010 hanggang March 2011. Okay? So again, doon nga tayo magsa-start sa October since yun yung starting date na binigay sa atin. Ang total number of days ng October natin ay 31. Napatapat siya doon sa buto ng ating ring finger. So, to indicate na hindi naman kasama from October 1 to October 3 sa iyong buong October, ang gagawin mo, yung total number of days mo, which is 31 for October, ima-minus mo yung binigay na starting date, which is yung October 3. So, you will have 31 minus 3, that is equal to 28. So, ito yung days natin for October. Kasi nga, hindi naman kasama yung October 1 hanggang October 3. So, parang ito na yung base natin, yung October 3. Ang magiging first day mo is yung next day na, yung October 4. Okay? So, doon na magsa-start yung count ng number of days. And after that, as you can see, yung November 2010 hanggang February 2011, lahat ng number of days nila ay pasok doon sa range na ibinigay sa atin. From October 2010 to March 2011. So, ibig sabihin, wala na tayong kailangang i-minus dito sa months from November 2010 to February 2011 kasi nasa loob naman sila ng range. Ibig sabihin, lahat ng number of days nila ay sakop natin. So, ilalagay lang natin dito yung kanilang mga total number of days. For November, matapat yan doon sa knuckle gap natin or doon sa lubog in between buto ng ating middle finger and buto ng ating ring finger. So, ibig sabihin, si November, nasa lubog. Si November ay may total na number of days that is equal to 30. Okay? Si December naman, dun po yan mapapatapat sa buto ng ating middle finger. So, meron siyang 31 days. Si January naman, dun siya napatapat sa buto ng ating point finger. So, meron siyang total number of days na 31. And as you can see, February, meron lang tayong 28 days dyan kasi yung 2011 naman natin is not a leap year. When you divide it by 4, may lalabas na result na decimal. Pagka ganun ang lumabas, hindi saktong whole number. Ibig sabihin, that specific year is not a leap year. Okay, so 2011, try nyo lang para ma-testing nyo. 2011 divided by 4, meron tayong 502.75. So, pag may nakita kang point something dyan na lumabas sa result, ibig sabihin hindi siya sakto. O therefore, hindi siya leap year. Okay? So, since hindi naman leap year si 2011, yung February natin doon ay meron lang 28 days. And of course, ang end date na binigay sa range mo ay March 15, 2011. So, yung buong March na 2011, hindi naman natin magagamit lahat. Hanggang doon lang tayo sa March 15. Kaya, yung dito sa listahan natin under ng buwan ng March, ang ililista lang natin ay 15 days. Okay? So, after that, i-add mo lang po lahat. We have 28 plus 30 plus 31 plus 31 plus 28 plus 15. That will give us our actual number of days or DAC that is equal to 163 days. Okay? So, ganun lang basically, ganun lang lagi ang gagawin. Depende na lang kung ano yung mga months na involved sa ibibigay na range. Pero ganun lang actually lagi. Yung first month mo, ima-minus mo lang dun sa total and sa starting niya. Then, kung ano naman yung end na month, yun lang din naman yung, kung ano yung date na nakalagay dun, yun lang din naman yung number of days na ilalagay mo. Tapos, yung months in between them, yung mga total lang nila. Okay? Tapos, add lang lahat. Then, you will have your actual number of days. So, that is our first example for the actual number or actual time, DAC. Let's have the approximate time. So, given the same range, October 3, 2010 pa rin hanggang March 15, 2011, kunin naman natin yung approximate number of days. Pag sinabing approximate number of days under the approximate time, yung DAP natin, hindi mo na kailangan maggamit ng hand dito. Hindi mo na kailangan i-determine kung alin ang 31, 30, or 29, or 28. Pag under ka ng approximate time, dito, nag-a-assume na lahat ng ating months from January to December, ina-approximate sila or ina-assume sila na meron lang silang total number of days na 30. So, lahat sila, simula January to December. Assume mo lang, under approximate time, meron silang total number of 30 days. Whether it is leap year or not, 30 days ang total from January to December kapag under ng approximate time. Okay? So, since sa October tayo magsisimula, October 2010, hanggang March 2011. Of course, involved dyan si November 2010, December 2010, January 2011, February 2011, hanggang March. So, starting natin is October 2010. Under approximate time, sabi natin, lahat ng months naman ay merong total number of days na 30. So, since start natin is October, meron tayong total number of days na 30. I-minus mo lang din yung iyong starting date. So, that is October 3. 30 minus October 3 minus 3, that will give us 27 days for the October. And again, from November to February naman, sakop naman yan lahat ng days nila doon sa range natin. So, walang mapuputol. Ibig sabihin, involved lahat yung number of days nila sa range, ililista lang natin lahat. And again, under approximate time, wala nang kailangan pag-isipan pa, ang total numbers ng lahat ng months ay 30. Okay? So, November 30 days, December 30 days, January 30 days, and of course, February, whether it is leap year or not, 30 days under approximate time. Okay? I hope that's clear. And then, for our end month, which is the March, sundin mo lang din yung end date natin, which is specifically March 15. So, of course, again, hindi mo naman magagamit yung lahat ng days sa March since indicated sa iyong range na hanggang March 15 lang. So, therefore, 15 days lang yung isusulat mo sa month ng March. Okay? After that, i-add mo lang po 27 plus 30 plus 30 plus 30 plus 30 plus 15. That will give us a value of our approximate number of days or DAP that is equal to 162 days. Okay? So I hope malinaw po ang difference between approximate time and actual time. Again, sa approximate time, simula January to December, whether it is leap year or not, lahat po sila ay merong total number of days na 30. Si actual naman, ito yung mas realistic. So, kung ano yung number of days nila in real life, yun yung gagamitin dito. O, para mas madali, ayun nga, you can use your hand or your knuckles. Okay? So, yun po yung tag-isa nating example. Let's have another one para mas malinaw. Find the actual and the approximate number of days from January 5, 2020 to April 5, 2020. So, lahat ng months in between January to April involved dito sa ating range. Unahin natin si actual sa kaliwa. Again, pagka under ng actual time, i-consider natin yung totoong number of days nila. So, sa January, ito yung mga months na involved natin. Of course, starting natin is January 2020, followed by February, then March hanggang makarating sa indicated end month na April. So, for January, we know na dun yan nagsimula sa buto ng ating point finger. So, meron siyang total number of days na 31. Yung total number of days ng ating starting month na January, maminusan mo lang ng starting date natin, which is January 5, 2020. So, yung 5 doon. 31 minus 5, that will give us 26 days. Again, that is to indicate na yung from January 1 to January 5 ay hindi kasama. Kaya meron lang tayong 26 days sa January. Okay? And after that, yung February and March naman nasa loob ng range natin. So, lahat ng numbers nila ay kailangan natin. Lahat ng number of days nila ay kailangan natin. So, para kay February, we have its total number of days. That is equal to 29. So, bakit po 29? Kasi yung 2020 natin is a leap year. So, itry nyo rin para makita nyo yung sinasabi ni ma'am to confirm that ang isang taon na given ay leap year. So, 2020, divide nyo lang by 4. Pag lumabas ay saktong number, walang decimal, walang fraction. Ibig sabihin, that is a leap year. 2020 over 4, that will give us a result of 505. Sakto po. So, ibig sabihin, 2020 is a leap year. Therefore, yung total number of days natin sa February is 29. And then, for March naman, ang total na number of days natin dyan ay 31. And then, of course, yung ating end month, which is April, indicated dito specifically hanggang April 5 lang. So, ibig sabihin, 5 days lang meron dun sa month of April na ilalagay natin. So, we have April, 5 days. After that, i-add lang po lahat. So, we have 26 plus 29 plus 31 plus 5. That will give us our actual number of days, DAC, that is equal to 91 days. Okay? So, meron na tayong actual. Let's proceed with the approximate. Again, under the approximate time, from January to December, lahat sila ay meron lang 30 days. Okay? So, starting natin is January 2020. Since approximate tayo, meron lang tong total number of days na 30. Yung total number of days na yon, ma-minusan mo nung starting date natin, which is January 5. So, 30 minus 5, that will give us 25 days for January. Okay? And yung February and March again, as I said, sakop lang yan ng ating range from January to April. Kailangan natin yung mga lahat ng days dito sa dalawang months na to. So, since under tayo ng approximate time, again, kahit leap year o hindi, total number of days ay 30. So, February, we have 30 days. March, total number of days ay 30 until our end date, which is April 5. So, pagdating ng April, hindi naman natin magagamit yung buong days sa April hanggang specifically April 5 lang tayo. Kaya ang sinulat natin dito sa April ay 5 days. Okay? After po nun, sum lang. So, 25 plus 30 plus 30 plus 5. That will give us the approximate number of days, DAP, that is equal to 90 days. Okay? So, I hope that's clear. With that, we can now proceed with the exact and ordinary interest natin na example. Ayan. Again po, ito yung mga formula natin. Meron tayong exact simple interest for actual number of days sa kaliwa, and then exact simple interest for approximate number of days, yung nasa kanan naman. Again, ang pinagkaiba lang po ng dalawang ito para sa exact simple interest is the number of days. ACAP. Ganon din sa ordinary simple interest. So, sa ordinary simple interest, meron ding AC and AP dyan. Pareho namang ang denominator ay 360. So, let's have our example number 1. Find the exact and ordinary interest of the amount of 15,000 pesos at 12.5% interest rate using the letter A, actual number of days, letter B, approximate number of days from November 7, 2023 to February 13, 2024. Okay? So, ang pinaka-hinahanap dito is yung exact and ordinary na interest. Pero before we proceed to that, part by part muna tayo. Unahin muna natin yung actual number of days and approximate number of days natin doon sa given range from November 7, 2023 to February 13, 2024. Kasi gagamitin naman natin yon to determine yung hinahanap na exact and ordinary interest. Okay? So, let's find. Sa kaliwa ay actual, and then sa kanan ay approximate. Start tayo sa actual. Ang involved dito, ang starting month mo ay November 2023, and ang end month mo ay February 2024. So, lista mo lang yung mga months na involved in between them. Meron tayong November 2023, followed by December 2023, and then January 2024, hanggang February 2024. So, meron tayong 4 na buwan na involved dito. So, for the actual time, again, kung ano yung total number of days nila per month in real life, yun yung gagamitin natin. So, sa November po, meron tayong 30 days dyan. So, 30 days minus yung starting date natin, which is 7, November 7. 30 minus 7, that will give us 23 days for November. Okay? And again, yung nasa gitna, December and January, kailangan natin yung lahat ng number of days nila. So, ano ba yung number of days ng December in terms of actual time? That is 31 days. Since tumapat siya sa buto. Ganon din si January. So, meron din siyang total number of days na 31. Hanggang makarating ka sa end month mo, which is February. Specifically, February 13. So, ibig sabihin, hanggang 13 days ka lang dito sa February natin. So, indicate mo lang hanggang 13 days. After that, i-add lang po lahat. 23 plus 31 plus 31 plus 13. We will have our actual number of days, DAC, that is equal to 98. Okay? Meron na tayong actual. Proceed tayo with the letter B, the approximate time. So, ganun pa rin, same range pa rin naman. Involved pa din yung November, December, January, February 2024. Okay? So, sa starting month natin, November, since under tayo ng approximate time this time, so we have 30 days para sa total number of days ng November. So, given that total number of days, i-minus mo lang yung starting date natin, which is 7, November 7. So, you will have 30 minus 7, that will give us 23. Okay? And then, yung December and January, again, kailangan natin lahat ng number of days dyan. So, under approximate time, December has a total number of days na 30. Ganon din si January. So, 30 days din kay January. Until makarating ka sa end month natin, February, specifically February 13. So, of course, 13 lang yung isusulat natin dun para kay month of February. After that, i-add lang po lahat. So, 23 plus 30 plus 30 plus 13, that will give us our approximate number of days that is equal to 96. So, DAP natin, 96 days. So, after that, meron na tayong actual number of days. Meron na rin tayong approximate number of days. Pwede na ngayon natin siyang gamitin para ma-substitute natin sa exact and ordinary interest natin. Ayan. So, unahin natin sa exact. For letter A, we will use the actual number of days. So, yung na-solve natin dito sa kaliwa, yung 98. So, we have its formula, I sub E. Again, pag nakakita kayo ng I na may subscript na E, exact simple interest yon. And to indicate na ang ginamit natin ay actual number of days, so meron din tayo dyang AC. So we have I sub EAC, that is equal to the principal amount multiplied by the interest rate in decimal form multiplied by the actual number of days, yung DAC natin, divided by 365. So, ma'am, napansin ko po sa range natin, sa end range natin, February 13, 2024. Yung 2024 po, ma'am, na year, when we divide it by 4, nakakakuha po ako ng eksaktong result, which is 506. Ibig sabihin, leap year po ito. Bakit po hindi 366 yung gamitin natin? Kasi, di ba po pagka leap year, yung February ay nagiging 29 days. Kaya nagkakaroon tayo ng 366 days in total kapag leap year. Okay? Bakit po 365 yung ginamit natin instead of 366 may leap year po tayo dito? So as you can see dito sa range natin, class, hindi lang naman 2024 yung given. Meron din tayong involved na 2023, wherein itong 2023 natin, this is not a leap year. Okay? Pagka ganun, may isang leap year, tapos merong isang walang leap year, automatic dun ka babagsak sa default, which is 365. Though possible din yun na gumamit tayo ng 366 na divisor. Pero may example tayo dun later. Ganito lang, kahit may leap year, basta merong year na involved na ordinary lang or hindi siya leap year, automatic 365. Okay? This is our default. Halimbawa, bigyan ka ng number of days, wala namang binigay na specific year. Doon ka sa default, 365. Okay? So, ayan po yung ating formula for exact simple interest using actual. So, substitution lang tayo. Given naman yung principal amount. Ayan, nasa ating example 1 na word. So, interest of the amount 15,000 pesos. So, yun yung ating principal amount. And then, meron tayong given na interest rate 12.5%. So, naka-percent form pa siya. Therefore, para magamit natin siya sa ating formula, we need to convert it into its decimal form. And to do that, you just need to divide that interest rate in percent form by 100. Okay? So, yung P natin, 15,000 multiplied by our interest rate in decimal form, 12.5 divided by 100. Multiplied by our actual number of days, that is 98. So, nasolve po natin yan under our actual time sa kaliwa. We have 98 days. So, ayan, multiplied by 98 divided by 365. And then, evaluate lang po, 15,000 times 12.5 divided by 100 times 98 divided by 365. That will give us our exact simple interest using actual number of days or I sub EAC, that is equal to 503.42 pesos. Okay? So that is our first final answer. For the second one, letter B, under the exact interest, yung gagamitin naman natin dito is yung approximate number of days. So we have, instead of IEAC, ang gagamitin na natin na indication ay IEAP para sa approximate number of days. Okay? That is equal to P, the principal amount multiplied by the interest rate in decimal form multiplied by the approximate number of days, DAP, divided by 365. So, comparing the two formulas, as you can see po, hindi na natin nilalagyan ng subscript yung ating principal amount and yung interest rate natin kasi hindi naman siya nagbabago. Okay? So, substitution, we have I sub EAP, that is equal to 15,000 pesos. So, yun pa rin nasa given. Multiplied by 12.5 divided by 100. Multiplied by the approximate number of days na na-compute natin. Yung nasa kanan. Approximate time, 96 days. So, multiplied by 96 divided by 365. So, simplify po. Multiply, ang kailangan i-multiply, i-divide ang kailangan i-divide. So, 15,000 times 12.5 divided by 100 times 96 divided by 365. We have our exact simple interest using approximate number of days or I sub EAP that is equal to 493.15 pesos. Okay, that is our second final answer. And okay na tayo sa exact interest. For the next one, we have the ordinary simple interest naman. So for letter A, gamitin natin yung actual number of days. So same lang, kung ano yung ginamit natin na DAC dito sa exact, yun lang din po sa ordinary. Ang difference lang naman ng exact natin and ng ordinary is the divisor. So sa exact natin, we have 365 or 366, it depends. Pero mas madalas nagagamit yung 365. And then sa ordinary natin, ang divisor niya, whether it is leap year or not, laging 360. Okay? So we have, for letter A, pag ordinary simple interest using actual number of days. So we have our formula, I sub O. So kapag nakita ka ng I sub O, ibig sabihin ordinary simple interest yan. And indicated lang na actual number of days yung ginamit, kaya may AC. Okay? So I sub OAC, that is equal to the principal amount multiplied by the interest rate in decimal form multiplied by the actual number of days, DAC, divided by 360. So substitution lang po, 15,000 multiplied by 12.5 divided by 100, hindi naman po nabago. Kung ano yung P and R na ginamit natin sa exact, yun lang din sa ordinary. So multiplied by the actual number of days na na-compute natin dito sa ating table na ito. So nasa kaliwa, 98 days divided by 360. So evaluate po, simplify, we will have the ordinary simple interest using actual number of days, I sub OAC, that is equal to 510.42 pesos. That is our third final answer. And for the approximate number of days naman of our ordinary simple interest, so we have this formula. Same lang sa formula ng A, mapapalitan lang yung AC ng AP. Okay? Since nasa approximate number of days na tayo. So we have I sub OAP, that is equal to P times R times the approximate number of days, DAP, divided by 360. So substitution po, 15,000 times 12.5 divided by 100 times the approximate number of days. So inasolve pa rin natin kanina dito sa table na to, yung nasa kanan, 96 days. Yan, divided by 360. So evaluate po, simplify, we will have our fourth final answer, I sub OAP, that is equal to 500 pesos. Okay? So, ano ba yung importance ng pagkuha ng ordinary, exact interest using actual and approximate? Sa simple interest kasi, halimbawa, ayan, meron tayong ordinary nga, meron tayong two types kasi ng simple interest, exact and ordinary. So, depende na yon sa kukunin mong plan. This is to determine kung saan ka mas magbe-benefit. In terms, halimbawa, kapag ikaw ay isang investor or mag-i-invest ka or kapag mangungutang ka. Okay? Saan ka pupunta or alin yung pipiliin mo? Ordinary ba na actual? Ordinary ba na approximate? Or exact ba na actual? Exact ba na approximate? Under the simple interest? So, kung ikaw ay investor, mas gusto natin na mas mataas yung interest. Okay? Nung magiging investment plan natin, mas gusto natin na mas mataas yung interest para kapag hinugot natin yung principal amount natin, mas malaki yung makukuha natin in return. Okay, so halimbawa, ang scenario, tayo ay investor. So, hahanap tayo dito, mamimili tayo kung alin yung gusto natin. Ordinary ba na actual? Exact ba na actual? Or ordinary na approximate? Or exact na approximate? So, given this range and this values, for example, number 1, hanapin natin ngayon kung saan yung interest na nakakuha tayo ng pinakamataas. So, dito sa exact, yung una nating nakuha using actual is 503.42. Sa exact naman using approximate, ang nakuha natin is 493.15. Sa ordinary, nakakuha tayo using actual 510.42. And then sa approximate natin is exactly 500 pesos. So, ikaw ang investor, of course, dun ka sa pinakamataas. So, ibig sabihin pala, sa ganitong scenario, ang best pick mo dito is the ordinary simple interest, specifically using the actual number of days, wherein makakakuha ka ng pinakamataas na simple interest that is equal to 510.42. So, ito yung best pick mo. Okay? Pag ikaw ay investor, mas gusto mo yung pinakamataas. Paano naman kapag ikaw naman yung nag-loan, ikaw yung umutang? Pagka ganun, mas gusto natin na yung pinakamababang interest yung kukunin natin. Para nang sa ganun, pag nagbayad tayo, dun sa pinagkakautangan natin, maliit lang yung patong. Okay? O maliit lang yung tubo. So, hanapin natin kung alin yung interest na pinakamaliit na nakuha natin. So, meron tayong ordinary approximate 500, ordinary actual 510, exact actual 503, and then we have the exact simple interest using approximate number of days that is equal to 493.15. So, kung ikaw ay nag-loan, mas gusto mo na exact simple interest under approximate number of days in this scenario. Okay? So, pagka ganon, ito yung pipiliin mo. Exact simple interest, tapos yung number of days niya ay approximate. Para yung pinakamababang interest yung mapapatong sa'yo. So, 493.15 pesos lang. Okay? So, yun po yung purpose ng ating exact and ordinary interest using actual and approximate number of days. And that is our answer for example number 1. Do you have questions before we proceed to our example number 2?
Wala na po.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Dana. Sige, proceed tayo sa example number 2 natin. June invested 20,000 pesos on December 30, 2009 to April 1, 2010 at 14.5% interest rate. How much is the final amount? Use the letter A actual number of days, letter B approximate number of days for ordinary and exact interest. So, ang pinaka-hinahanap natin dito sa example number 2 is how much is the final amount. So, dito po, how much is the final amount? When we hear or when we read the word final amount, based sa napag-aralan natin dun sa simple interest introduction natin, this is implying to the maturity value. So, if you can remember, meron yung general formula na F that is equal to P plus I. So, yun yung hinahanap natin, yung maturity value F. And before we proceed to that, sa pinapahanap sa atin, so step by step lang muna tayo. We can get muna the actual and the approximate number of days. So, meron naman tayong range, December 30, 2009 to April 1, 2010. So, unahin natin si actual. Starting natin is December 2009, followed by January 2010, then February 2010, March 2010, hanggang makarating kay end month natin, which is yung April 2010. So, since under tayo ng actual, ano ba yung total number of days ng December? Tumapat sa buton ng ating middle finger. So, that is 31 days for December. So, when you know na the number of days of your starting month, i-minus mo ngayon yung specific starting date, which is December 30. So, yung 30 doon. Since we have 31 as a total number of December under actual time, minusan mo lang ng 30, that will give us 1 day for December. So, ibig sabihin, simula December 1 hanggang December 30, hindi naman kasama sa investment. Doon na siya nag-start sa December 31. Kaya may 1 day ka pa dito. Okay? And then, for the next month, January hanggang March, so ito po ay pasok sa range ng ating December 2009 hanggang April 2010. So, kailangan natin lahat ng number of days nila. So, January, meron yung 31, total number of days. Si February, meron po yung 28 total number of days. Since si 2010 naman ay hindi naman leap year, so 28 lang yung total number of days ng February natin dito. Yung March natin ay 31 days lang din ang total. And of course, pagkarating dun sa end month mo, which is April, tingnan mo yung end date, specifically April 1. So, ibig sabihin hanggang April 1 ka lang, meron ka lang 1 day sa iyong month na April. So, after that, add lang po lahat. 1 plus 31 plus 28 plus 31 plus 1. That will give us our actual number of days, DAC, that is equal to 92 days. Okay? Okay na tayo sa actual? Let's proceed with the approximate given the same range. So, December 2009 hanggang April 2010 pa rin. Again, under approximate time, i-assume mo lang from January to December na meron tayong 30 days sa lahat ng months. Okay? So, starting natin is December. Assume na meron 30 days in total. I-minus mo ngayon yung starting date mo, which is December 30. So, 30, total number of days ng December under approximate time, minus the starting, which is 30. So, 30 minus 30, 0 na yung December natin. And then, from January to March, ayan, kailangan natin lahat ng number of days dyan. So, under naman tayo ng approximate time. So, sa lahat sila ay 30. So, January, 30 days. February, 30 days. Again, whether leap year or not, 30 days under approximate time. Okay? March, 30 days. And pagdating ng April, so hanggang indicated naman sa range natin na hanggang April 1 lang. So, of course, 1 day lang yung ilalagay natin dito. So, add lang po lahat. 30 plus 30 plus 30 plus 1, that will give us our approximate number of days, DAP, that is equal to 91 days. Okay? So, meron na tayong actual number of days and approximate number of days. Pwede na natin silang gamitin to get our exact and ordinary interest. So, unahin natin si exact. Ayan, for letter A, yung actual muna yung gagamitin. So, I sub C AC, that is equal to the principal amount times the interest rate times the actual number of days DAC divided by 365. So, substitution lang po, meron naman tayong given na principal amount, 20,000. Meron din tayong given na interest rate in decimal form, in percent form, so 14.5. So, we need to convert it into its decimal form, divide lang by 100. And then, multiplied by the actual number of days. So, nasolve natin yan dito nasa kaliwa. We have 92. So, multiplied by 92 divided by 365. So, evaluate that. We will get our exact simple interest using actual number of days. I sub EAC, that is equal to 730.96. For letter B naman, let's use the approximate number of days. So, ang mababago lang sa formula is, instead of AC, AP na yung ating gagamitin. So, we have I sub EAP, that is equal to P times R times our approximate number of days, DAP, all over 360. Substitution lang po, 20,000 principal amount, multiplied by the interest rate, 14.5 divided by 100. Multiplied by 91, so that is our approximate number of days, yung na-compute natin dito, yung nasa kanan, 91 days, divided by 365. Evaluate this, we will get the exact simple interest using approximate number of days, IEAP, that is equal to 723.01 pesos. Hindi pa po ito yung ating final answer kasi interest pa lang ito, exact interest pa lang. Ang kailangan natin is the final amount, okay? Or the maturity value. So, alam naman natin yung general form ng maturity value, we have P plus I. Yung orange po dito, ito yung mga exact interest na nakuha natin previously. Itong ginamitan natin ng actual 730.96 and yung ginamitan natin ng approximate 723.01 pesos. Okay? So using the general form of our maturity value, F that is equal to P plus I, indicate lang natin dun sa ating maturity value F na ang ginamit natin is exact interest and then actual number of days. Kaya tayo naglagay ng subscript dun sa F na EAC. Okay? Para lang ma-indicate na exact and actual number of days. Okay? So, substitution lang po, meron naman tayong given na principal amount, 20,000 pesos, plus meron naman tayong na-compute na exact simple interest na actual. So, that is 730.96. So, adding the two, we will get our first final answer. That is equal to 20,730.96. This is our first maturity value. Okay? For letter B naman, ito po yung approximate naman yung ginamit dun sa ating exact simple interest. So, same lang din. To get the final amount, you will just use the formula for maturity value, F that is equal to P plus I. Ang kaibahan lang, sa kaliwa ay AC ang nakalagay since actual yung ginamit natin. Sa kanan ay FEAP. Dahil, ang gamit naman natin dito is approximate number of days. Okay? So, equal lang yan kay principal amount plus yung exact interest na approximate. So, substitution, 20,000 pesos plus yung na-compute mo na interest, approximate exact, 723.01. So adding the two, we will have our second final answer, maturity value F, EAP, that is equal to 20,723.01. So okay na tayo sa exact. Meron na tayong final answer para doon. Let's proceed naman with the ordinary interest. So wala pa tayong specific na value for ordinary interest natin. Hanapin natin for letter A, sa kaliwa, gamit tayo ng actual number of days. Again, same lang naman sa pagkuha ng exact interest natin, both actual and approximate. Again, ang pinagkaiba lang is yung divisor. So, dito sa ordinary, ang divisor natin ay 360. So, ordinary interest using actual, we will have I sub O, AC, that is equal to P times R times the actual number of days divided by 360. So, substitution po, 20,000 pesos for the principal value multiplied by 14.5 divided by 100 multiplied by 92. So, kung ano yung ginamit natin sa exact, kung ano yung na-compute natin dito sa kaliwa, yun lang din yung gagamitin natin for the actual. Yan. So, 92 divided by 360. So, evaluate this, you will get your ordinary simple interest using actual number of days, I sub OAC, that is equal to 741.11 pesos. Under ordinary simple interest pa din, using approximate number of days, letter B na tayo. So, we have the formula I sub OAP. So, AP naman tayo dito is equal to P times R times DAP over 360. So, substitution po, hindi naman nagbabago yung principal natin and yung rate. So, we have 20,000 pesos multiplied by the interest rate in decimal. So, 14.5 divided by 100 multiplied by the approximate number of days. So, ito pa rin yan, na-solve natin, nasa kanan, yung nasa kanan, approximate time. So, 91 days. So, we have here, 91 divided by 360. So, evaluate lang po, simplify, we will get ordinary simple interest using approximate number of days. So, I sub OAP lang yon. That is equal to 733.06 pesos. Okay? And this is not yet the final answer since interest pa lang yung nakuha natin dito. Kailangan pa natin siyang i-substitute sa formula ng maturity value. So, ganun lang din. Katulad nung formula na ginamit natin for the exact, F that is equal to P plus I. Indicate lang natin na ordinary naman ito. So, we have F sub O and then actual number of days AC. Okay? So, that is equal to P plus I sub OAC. Substitute lang, 20,000 is the principal amount plus yung nakuha natin for the ordinary interest na actual. So, that is 741.11. Just add the two. We will get our third final answer, F sub OAC, that is equal to 20,741.11 pesos. Okay, for letter B naman, approximate number of days, under pa rin ng ordinary interest. So, yung FOAC natin, magiging FOAP na dito. Since approximate number of days na yung pinag-uusapan natin. So, FOAP, that is equal to P, principal amount, plus I sub OAP. Substitute lang po yung principal natin, 20,000 pesos, plus yung computed value natin for ordinary interest na approximate. That is 733.06. So adding the two, we will have our fourth final answer. Maturity value FOAP, that is equal to 20,733.06 pesos. Okay? So observe natin yung ating mga answers. Sa exact na actual, 20,730. Sa exact approximate, 20,723. Kay ordinary, actual, 20,741. Kay ordinary approximate, 20,733. So as we can see, ang pinakamataas pa rin na interest or final amount is the ordinary na actual. And then, ang pinakamababa is yung exact na approximate, which is equal to 20,723. Ito yung pinakamababa natin. So, hindi naman po laging ganito. Hindi naman laging si exact approximate yung pinakamababa and si ordinary actual yung pinakamataas. So, depende pa rin sa range na ibibigay sa'yo. Okay? Nagkataon lang na sa example number 2 natin, example number 1, yung ordinary actual natin yung mataas, pinakamataas, and then yung exact approximate natin yung pinakamababa. So that is our example number 2. I hope that's clear. Ano ba? Ano bang kailangan natin i-clarify dito? Sige, ayun lang naman. Nagamit naman natin yung 4 na formulas for exact and ordinary simple interest. Kung may questions pa kayo about that, you can raise your hand. And of course, dun din sa pagkuha ng actual number of days and approximate number of days. Okay? So, sabi natin kanina, yung exact simple interest natin, ang default niya is 365, pero may case na pwede rin gamitan ng 366 na divisor. So, paano natin malalaman na ang gagamitin natin para sa exact simple interest ay 366 or 365? So, sabi nga natin kanina, may involved tayo dito na leap year din. So, February 2024 and then merong 2023. So, kahit may involved ka dito na leap year, basta merong kasali din na 2023, katulad nito, hindi siya leap year, ordinary year lang siya. So, automatic, dun ka magfo-fall sa 365 kahit na may involved na leap year. Okay? Para magamit natin itong 366 na ito, ayan, may note na sinulat si ma'am. The divisor for exact simple interest will only be 366 when the number of dates are specifically in a leap year only. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, para magamit mo lang yung divisor na 366, kailangan yung range na ibigay sa'yo ay nasa iisang year lang. Specifically, yung iisang year na yon specifically dapat ay leap year. Pagka ganoon ang given, pwede mong gamitan ng 366 na divisor. Okay? So, let's have an example para ma-visualize nyo. This is our example number 3. Find the exact interest of the investment amount of 33,000 pesos from April 28, 2016 to August 22, 2016 at 25% interest rate. Use the letter A, actual number of days, letter B, approximate number of days. So, ang goal natin na ma-solve dito is yung exact interest. But before we proceed to that, dun muna tayo sa first step natin. Kailangan natin makuha yung actual number of days and yung approximate number of days. Okay? So, meron tayong given na range dito. April 2016 hanggang August 2016. So, ilista muna natin yung mga buwan na involved doon sa range na yun. So, we have April. From April 2016, start tayo sa actual, sa kaliwa. From April 2016, it is followed by May 2016, then June, July hanggang August 2016. So, yun yung indicated na end month, yung August. So, sa actual time, again, yung accurate, yung, yung accurate na number of days nila in real life, yun yung gagamitan natin dito sa actual time. So, sa April po, ang April natin, July, August, April, May, June, April. Dito siya magfo-fall between buto ng ating middle finger and buto ng ating ring finger. So, dun sa lubog dun. Ibig sabihin si April ay nasa lubog siya ay merong 30 days. So, 30 minus yung ating starting date, specifically April 28, 30 minus 28, that will give us 2 days for April. And yung May hanggang July, kailangan natin lahat ng number of days niyan in total. So, sa May natin, we have 31. Sa June natin, 30. Sa July natin, tumapat yan sa buto ng ating hinliliit. So, that is 31 days. And then, hanggang makaabot ka ng ating end month, which is August, specific date, 22. So, meron lang tayong 22 days for August. So, add lang po lahat. We have 2 plus 31 plus 30 plus 31 plus 22. That will give us our actual number of days, DAC, that is equal to 116 days. Going to approximate number of days naman, so ganun din, ganun yung range, same lang, from April to August pa din, 2016. So again, under approximate time, from January to December, 30 days lahat. So, start tayo ng April. Ang total number of days natin dito under approximate time is 30. So, i-minus mo lang yung April 28. So, yung 28. 30 minus 28, we will have 2 days pa rin for April. And of course, total number of other months, 30 lang from May to July. So, May, 30 days. June, 30 days. July, 30 days. Hanggang makarating ka ng end date natin dun sa range August 22. So, indicate lang natin dito na hanggang 22 lang yung days para kay August. After that po, add lang lahat 2 plus 30 plus 30 plus 30 plus 22. That will give us our approximate number of days, DAP, that is equal to 114 days. Okay, so meron tayong actual number of days, meron tayong approximate number of days. Pwede na tayong mag-proceed sa mismong hinahanap, yung exact interest. Okay? So, tingin tayo sa range. Start muna tayo sa actual, exact na actual. So, meron tayo dyang formula na gagamitin. I sub EAC, that is equal to P times R times our actual number of days, DAC, divided by 366. So, this time, imbes na 365, 366 na yung ginamit natin. Bakit? Kasi, titingin ka sa range. Yung binigay na range sa'yo is from April 2016 to August 2016. Ibig sabihin, yung range mo ay nasa isang year lang. Hindi katulad nung previous example natin, 2023 to 2024, dito po ay iisang year lang. And aside from that, yung 2016 na given a year, when you divide it by 4, you will get an exact result that is equal to 504. Okay, ibig sabihin, 2016 is a leap year. So, nasa iisang year lang yung range, tapos yung isang year na yun specifically ay leap year pa. Ibig sabihin, pwedeng gamitin itong 366 na divisor. What if naman, ang gawin sa problem ay 2015? Ayan. Pareho naman sila, yung range natin, pareho silang nasa iisang year. Pero ang problema, when you divide 2015 by 4, you will get 503.75. Meron kang decimal, hindi sakto. Ibig sabihin, 2015 is not a leap year. So, kahit na nasa iisang year siya, 2015, hindi naman leap year si 2015. So, pagka ganon, 365 pa rin yung gagamitin mo. Okay? Pero ang given sa atin, 2016. So, yan ang gagamitin natin. Okay, so ayun po ulit yung formula. Substitution lang. Meron naman tayong given na principal amount, 33,000, as well as the interest rate, 25%. So, we have 33,000 multiplied by 25 divided by 100. Of course, this is very important to be converted in decimal form. Don't forget, multiplied by the actual number of days. So, ano ba yung na-solve natin? Dito sa kaliwa, we have 116. So, 116 divided by 366, evaluate po, simplify, we will get the exact simple interest using actual number of days, or IEAC, that is equal to 2,614.75 pesos. Pag approximate days naman, so I sub EAP, that is equal to P times R times the approximate number of days divided by 366. Okay? So, substitution, 33,000 for the principal amount multiplied by the interest rate in decimal form. So, 25 divided by 100 multiplied by 114. That is our approximate number of days. Ito po yung na-solve natin sa kanan. So, 114 divided by 366. So, evaluate them. You will get your second final answer, exact simple interest using approximate number of days, or I sub EAP, that is equal to 2,569.67. Okay? So, ito yung dalawa nating final answer. So, kung dito ka lang sa dalawa mamimili, when you are an investor, mas gusto mo sa exact na actual. Kasi mas mataas yung interest doon. Kung ikaw naman ay maglo-loan or mangungutang, mas gusto mo na doon ka sa exact approximate. Kasi mas mababa yung interest doon. Okay? And ano pa ba? Ganun po natin i-determine kung kailan tayo gagamit ng divisor na 366. Ha? Very specific siya. Dapat nasa iisang year lang yung iyong range, and specifically yung year na yon ay leap year. Saka ka lang mag 366. Pag hindi pasok dun sa condition na yon, 365 ang gagamitin. Okay? I hope that's clear, yung difference ng exact natin kapag ang denominator ay 365 and kapag ang denominator ay 366. Again, ayun nga, yung difference lang naman ng exact and ordinary. Yung exact, ang denominator niya is either 365 or 366. Si ordinary po, so take note na yung divisor niya or yung denominator niya, whether leap year or not, 360 po. Okay, kaya hindi ko na sinama dito sa example number 3 yung ordinary interest natin kasi same procedure lang sa example 1 and example 2. Ito lang yung bago, yung sa exact. Kasi meron tayong 366. Pwede mo rin yung kuhanan ng ordinary. Gagawin mo lang yung ginawa natin sa example number 1 and example number 2. Same na same lang doon. Okay? So, that is basically it for our discussion for today. Check ko lang kung may questions kayo. Kung may questions kayo, don't be shy. Raise your hand para bago tayo mag-end, masagot natin yung inyong mga questions. Malinaw natin yung parts na medyo malabo para sa inyo.